Super speed murder!
Boom! Yay! VikzeLink! Hey! Boom!
Okay, so something weird is happening here. When I started up the game, I only had 3 hearts, like the beginning number, and I was lacking the 2 ones I've gotten afterwards from the heart container from the boss and the pieces of heart that made another one. Was I that damaged when I got here yesterday when I recorded? Or did it just reset me to like the base health? Whenever you get a game over, it resets down to 3 hearts. That's where you start up at. That's kind of weird, if that's the case. Also, you may notice it's quite silent. There's no music playing. And I mean, it's because it's nighttime, and at night, music, no matter what island you go to, well, most islands don't have any special music, but the ones that do, like this place, also don't play it in the night. And the reason for that is to create a certain feeling, I guess. But because when we got here yesterday when I recorded, it forced it to be night, but the music played anyway. It's like a thing. But I guess since I saved and quit the game and then entered again, it counts it as my second time visiting, so it turned the music off. That's a bit boring. But we'll hear it again in the future. Whoop, whoop. It's only the first time you come here that it's forced into being... boop. They have a weird way of dying, Dr. Ox. Oh, a heart. I could use that, but I won't. So, welcome back everyone to The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker. Oh, right, here's another guy. Boko Baba. Bum bum ba-dum bum. Oh, another Boko Baba seed. I don't remember how many of those you need for their thing, but we can't do their thing just quite yet. We need to get a tiny bit more progress. Meow. Yeah, there aren't too many of those Octoroks in the game, because most water is salt water. Very few freshwater Octoroks. That's a word in English that sometimes takes me a while. Do 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 do. Also, a tiny bit of Kokiri Forest in this song as well. That's a little bit Kokiri Forest. Yeah. It's not a remix, it's more like, oh, they took parts of that melody and made its own thing, and it also has a tiny bit of Lost Woods, like Saria's song, at one point. Yeah. But I was about to say, yeah, that's a word in English that I sometimes have to think a little bit extra about before I remember it, and that is freshwater. Because in Swedish, it's called saltvatten, salt water, but we don't call... If we would say freshwater in Swedish, like directly translate it, it would be färskvatten, which is a word you can use, but you don't really do. We tend to say sötvatten, which translates directly to sweet water, like as opposed to salt, even though it has nothing to do with that. So freshwater is, I guess, more correct, but like we just say sötvatten in Swedish. It's the thing we do. Oh, well, hello there, great Deku tree. Choo choo, choo choo, choo choo, choo choo, choo choo. Hey! Are you okay? You okay, Deku Tree? They're just hanging out. And there are green choo-choos as well. I do think I read a little bit about the difference when I was making thumbnails, about the difference of the red and green choo-choos in Wind Waker. I think the green... Yeah, I know what to do, but sure.
What are you doing, Vikze? Quickly, you must jolt those strange creatures off of the Deku Tree's face. Do you not know how to knock them down?
I do. You do this. Apparently that was enough force. Link's head is a ram. So yeah, you see, yeah, the green ones, they go down like that. And they can also do that when you try to strike them. Oh, green. And red. Let me collect all these, because if I do defeat them, a cutscene will play, and I'd rather... Oh, you got some green chew jelly. Keep it in your spice bag. Inside green choo-choos is a magical gelatinous essence, but it can't be used in its current form. Just like the red one. Oh, wait. Oh. Oh, yeah, right. They respawn up on his body if you don't defeat them quickly enough. No, damn it, stupid cutscene. Can I? No, they don't count as speeding. But was there really 3 left? I thought there were 2 left. Yeah, they can go down like that. That's their difference. Ow. That hurt me. Boing. And... That's not something I thought about, because there are 3 other color of choo-choos in this game, and they are all vastly different compared to the red ones. Hey. Okay, he's speaking Old Hylian as well. Ancient Hylian, even. I mean, this game have very little voice acting. I mean, some enemies, yeah, the choo-choos, and most enemies make noises, and Link makes a few noises, and a few characters have noises they make, but... I mean, this voice is obviously, like, also pitched down a lot to be deeper, but I wonder when they recorded it, like, the guy recording it was like, yeah, just go... Yeah, he can raise up that root. He can move a little bit.
I must apologize. I was in error. I saw your clothing, and suddenly I felt a longing for an age gone by. That longing caused the ancient tongue to pass my lips.
Yeah, but I remember thinking when I was a kid playing this, as I didn't know English that well, I thought that it was that, oh, Link couldn't hear him when he was down there, so when he put Link up with his root, then suddenly Link can hear him correctly? That was just my brain being weird. But also, this Deku Tree, this is not the first time we meet this Deku Tree, not in Zelda and not on my channel either. Because I do believe that this Deku Tree is the same one from Ocarina of Time that was the Deku Sprout, the one that sprouted right after you beat the Forest Temple. This is much later when he has grown into his own, being his own Deku Tree, and the old Deku Tree that died in the beginning of Ocarina of Time has obviously withered away completely.
I am the guardian spirit of this forest haven, the Deku Tree. I owe you my thanks for your aid in ridding me of those foul creatures. Tell me, was it not the King of Red Lions, the boat who speaks, who led you to this place? So it is true. Then you have come here because you have need of the Pearl of the Goddess? I see. I knew there was a reason the monsters had begun to congregate in the regions around my wood. Now I understand it. He has returned. Ganon has returned. In that case, we must make haste. Koroks, little children of the woods, this traveler is not your enemy. Let your hearts be at ease and show yourselves.
Huh? Hello, guys. So, for those of you who have played Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, but maybe not many others.
What do you call yourself? Vixie? Well then,
Oh, no, that was him.
What do you call yourself, Vixie? Well then, Vixie, these are the Koroks, the spirits of the forest.
So yeah, you if you've played Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, you might recognize these guys very well, because they basically, in those games, they use slightly updated models, updated textures and stuff in those games, these exact ones. But this is the game they came from originally. This is the first game the Koroks were in. And what the Koroks are, like lore-wise, it's never stated in the game. But they are what the Kokiri from Ocarina of Time, they became Koroks. Like after a long time, they for survival reasons, I guess. Or I think the Deku tree used magic to transform them or something. But yeah, here they are.
Once upon a...
Yeah, he hints at it, but he doesn't say it outright.
Once upon a time, long ago, the Koroks took on human forms. But when they came to live on the sea, they took these shapes. Now they fear people, but to me, they will ever be my cherished little children. As it happens, you have come just in time for a ceremony that the Koroks hold, but once every year. It is about to begin. I shall grant the pearl to you once their ceremony is complete. I must apologize for the brief delay, but if the ceremony is not completed soon, an ill fate could befall us. So let it begin. Are you ready, my children?
We are not! Oh, great Deku Tree! Something terrible has happened! It's my car! My car!
What is the matter, Linda? You and Makar are always late.
No, it is not that! Oh, great Deku Tree! My car fell into the Forbidden Woods!
What? The Forbidden Woods? They are forbidden!
I told him to be careful, but still my car flew above the Forbidden Woods, and as he drew close to it...
Foolish little Makar. Vixie, you have heard all this? The Forbidden Woods are right beside the hallowed island of our forest haven. Those woods, the whole region, is a vile place that is home to evil beasts. And now, it seems they have taken a child of the forest named Makar. Your presence here is no mistake, I deem. The King of Red Lions likely expects great deeds of you. It is why he brought you here. I am sorry to ask this of you, but can you go rescue young Makar for me?
But great Deku, people cannot fly through the air.
Ah, yes. Thank you, child. You are right. It is not possible to enter those woods from the sea, is it? Vixie, I would guess from your size that you are heavier than my Korok children. Yet, I think we may still be able to solve this dilemma. You must use the item I shall bestow upon you and fly through the sky.
Yeah, speaking of the voice acting thing, yes, do a roar as well. He made a leaf grow.
Forgive me, Vixie, but could you climb up to my crown and get the leaf from up there?
I suppose. But what you said, like, I guess from your size that you're heavier than the Koroks. Link is basically the same size as them. Now they're standing around here. Yeah, I'm not much bigger. I mean, they are made of wood, so I guess he could have said something that because they are made out of wood, so they are lighter or something. But
The Forbidden Woods were once our home. They were peaceful back then. I would guess that our homes should still exist somewhere deep within the woods. If you have trouble anywhere in the forest, just look for the stump-shaped houses.
oh, I didn't know that. It's not something I thought about. Oh yeah, this episode went by quickly. Hello.
Do you know about this flower? It's called a bababad. You can stand in front of it and tilt the control stick to jump into it. Bababads have this peculiar habit of shooting you up into the air after you jump into them, so you can use them to jump up to hard-to-reach places.
Thank you. I mean, most of these are not named. Makar is named, and he did mention the guy with the leaf that looked sort of like a butterfly was named Linder. And then there is one more guy who resides... yeah, I think it's up in here. He is also named. He has this little cave in here. Hollow, yeah. Hollow's Forest Potion Shop. Oh, hey, you must be Linder then.
We Koroks pass most of our days far away from our sacred forest haven, raising new trees to foster healthy forests on the many islands of the Great Sea. Today is the day we were to return to our home for our annual ceremony. But poor Makar. Please, great swordsman, please save our brother Makar.
I will, but I'll have to do it next time. But now we need a question. So, the Great Deku Tree. Well, let's just go with a Deku Tree question. So, there's the original Deku Tree from Ocarina of Time. There's this guy. There is the Deku Tree from Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. There's the two different Maku trees from the Oracle games. Are there any more games that featured the Deku Tree or anything similar? Not that game, not that game, not that game. Not those games either. Is he really only in... Well, six games technically, because Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom are two different, but it's exact same guy. And this guy exists in 2 games as well. Well, out of all of them, which big tree character from Zelda do you like the most? I probably have to say the original Deku Tree from Ocarina of Time. The one that the first dungeon is inside, simply because of nostalgic reasons. It's one of the first things I ever saw in Zelda, so... I'm gonna have to pick him. Even though he appears so little. Like, in the beginning of the game, then he dies. And then he's... I would like to see a Zelda game that takes place before Ocarina of Time, featuring that specific Deku tree, when it was younger, obviously. That would be cool. And I would like to see the Kokiri again. Which would work then. I'm a bit tired of the Koroks now, with them being so heavily part of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. Not in a good way, it's just, oh yeah, they used several copies of all of these guys exist everywhere in the world and they serve almost no purpose. It's boring. But yeah, I'm gonna end this episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!
Boom, yay! Äntligen sång! Hey! Boom, boom, yay! Watch some videos, hey! Boom!